Isn't it mad that it's been this franchise has been going on 10 years? We've got 9 films.
9 films
already.
And they've done
That's
nothing.
Marvel numbers.
They have done nothing.
Well, they've made lots of money.
Let's just say The Nun 2 fucking horrible. Fucking horrible. One of the worst films I've seen this year.
Wow.
Fucking miserable.
Yeah.
Absolutely fucking boring.
Yeah.
Worse than the first one, I think.
I do prefer it over the first one. That is not saying a lot though, because I do think the first one's potentially one of the worst mainstream horrors.
I do prefer getting shot in the head than being shot in the stomach. I'm
the other way around.
You see?
No, okay, what surprised me the most is it's actually a sequel to The Nun.
Yes, it's not just another Nun movie. It is a direct
it would be
sequel.
like, you know what I mean, like Annabelle style,
yeah.
Where it's not in the slightest a sequel.
It's just another one.
Yeah. But fair dues to it. It does have some characters return. Shame I didn't recognize any of them.
No.
So I'll be honest, I didn't realize till about halfway through.
Now, this is the thing, right? I have an excuse.
Yeah.
Because I watched The Nun when it first came out.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't really remember it because I didn't like the first one either. So I didn't really remember that much.
I saw it 3 weeks ago.
when I saw Frenchie, I was like, who the fuck's that? But like, and I was like, oh, he's in the first one.
Yeah.
To show you. You saw it recently.
I didn't. No,
and you didn't. So.
Well, he doesn't even speak with a French accent. I swear.
Either, yeah.
Or it's like the faintest French accent that he like goes in and out of.
Yeah.
No, my favorite thing about the movie is, and I love when movies do this, when it's set in France, but all the characters speak in English, except every so often they throw in a random French word.
They'll throw in but everyone speaks with British accents. And
so there's like the one little girl who I
Yeah.
think gets killed, and she's going around saying,
Yeah.
"Bonjour, how you doing?"
How you doing? That is weird. Like they all talk like British, but it's like
I
you're in
love it.
France. Like
You are French.
like you
I
are meant
love
to be
it.
French. You're meant to be eating your fucking baguette right now. Like
I just love it. But you know, this is a one of a kind horror film.
yeah,
Personally,
it's bad.
Personally, I think it's bold to make a horror film about a character who, you know, would be more fitting to be in a fucking gacha game, being a fucking JPEG, than they are. Half the scares in this are genuinely just the nun fucking PNGing herself into a scene.
It kind of
standing there fucking staring, and then just cutting to black.
You know what it kind of reminds me of? It kind of reminds me of The Boogeyman.
Oh
which
yeah,
released a couple of months back. Very similar thing of we show a spooky monster that just stands there, does nothing, but then...
No, but okay, at the very least, in The Boogeyman, they justify it. Shittily.
Yeah.
But they do say...
Did you say, like, he likes to scare...
Yeah, he says
and,
his plan's to scare you to death.
Yeah.
Which you could feel the cop-out.
Yeah, and
but you know, there was one.
No, yeah, there's that whole thing of, like, he likes to play with his food.
In The Nun 2, they just couldn't be asked to fucking animate them moving.
No, yeah, like, to be honest, for a film called The Nun 2, she's barely fucking in it. She's barely in it.
Well,
and one of the major scenes with The Nun is reused.
Yeah, from Conjuring 2.
Yeah, which they don't explain that.
In that fucking shining-ass corridor.
Yeah, there's a shot in the movie, which, I mean, it's not a spoiler, but like, there's a shot where a kid like opens up a door, and it shows the nun standing in a hallway, and it's the shot from The Conjuring 2.
Yeah.
And like, but they don't really like go into it. There's also a shot. There's also like a split-second shot of Lorraine Warren.
Yeah.
Too, which they don't really explain.
Yeah.
And those two shots, I'm still thinking about those because I'm trying to understand what the point of those was. Because like, are they just reusing? Are we just going to be reusing shit now?
Bro, the fucking first Annabelle movie is just going to get made.
That's what I mean. Yeah, it's like, I mean, we'll do like a remaster.
Yeah.
Annabelle remaster.
See, I wouldn't mind that. That would be pretty fire. No,
Annabelle Definitive Edition. Like,
it is. Yeah, it's just a very fucking lazy movie. Like none of the scares have any kind of impact because they're cut away from too fast. The plot is basically just fucking, you know what I mean, about as basic as you can get.
It's like this weird mystery.
But it's a mystery where we know exactly what the solution is.
Exactly. It's like a strange mystery movie for a while, and then it has a twist, but the twist is kind of brought into it way too early.
What would you say the twist is?
The twist of the guy being like...
They do... But the thing is, that's not even a twist, because that's just the end of the first movie.
It's like this weird thing, but like the way they present it in the movie is very much like, oh, you didn't know.
But it's like, I watched The Nun 2 minutes ago. I fucking do.
No, it's weird. It's like it's a strange, like, it's not a twist because they bring it up so early.
It's almost like it's a twist that relies on the audience having forgotten The Nun.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like this thing of, if you hadn't seen The Nun, then you would have, because it's strange because they don't really bring up basically spoilers. Frenchie is fucking possessed.
Like, well, it's not spoilers because it's the fucking plot of the Nun.
Basically,
it is the end of The Nun.
That's like the last hour is basically when it like kind of
I think that The Nun 2 in its climax has the occasional fun shot.
A shot.
Like, there's a bit where the girl is fucking being tugged on the leg by Frenchie and they're like hanging from something. And that's like neat. Mm-hmm. And there's like the newspaper bit. Mm-hmm. Neat. And there's like the bit where like there's two nuns. Neat. No, but like, you know what I mean? It's full of shots where I'm kind of like,
that's cool.
Neat. But then, like, they do nothing with it.
But that's the thing. It's like a film can't get by on neat shots alone.
Also, and then it fucking ends with them praying to defeat.
They literally defeat it with the power of
which I
prayer.
Swear to God is ripped from like a Simpsons episode.
These films are like borderline like Christian like movies when you think about it. I mean that's basically what they feel like, and but this one feels like particularly egregious.
I mean, my dad watched The Pope's Exorcist. And my dad was raised Catholic. And he watched it, he rang me, and he was like, bro, I just watched The Pope's Exorcist. And he said, as a raised Catholic, he's not Catholic anymore, but as a raised Catholic, this spoke to me. And I was like, this is The Pope's Exorcist.
Now listen.
Russell Crowe rides a fucking little Vespa.
That speaks to any Catholic. That speaks to me.
As a Catholic, I got this.
That just speaks to me as a lover of film, as a lover of cinema.
But no, it is. I swear to God, though, I've seen this ending in a fucking like comedy show.
Yeah, the power of prayer defeats the evil.
Like I swear to God, or like a parody of something. It's so it blew my mind. I think I literally just put my head in my hands. But no, I wanted to like The Nun 2 more than I did, and I came out ultimately just really fucking bored. And there's a post-credit scene.
Yes,
there is one.
Well, there is, but like I don't know. It's like a Vine.
Yeah,
it's like a post-credits Vine.
No, it's so basically spoilers. Ed and Lorraine Warren come, or it's their house. The daughter picks up the phone, suspiciously facing the other way, so they don't have to cast anyone.
Smart.
Picks up the phone and it's like, and then Ed and Lorraine Warren come out. The whole audience cheers. She's like, Father Gordon, who I think is the guy from Annabelle, wants to speak to you.
Which I've got to be real, I didn't make that connection.
Just because I've seen the Annabelle movies like 2 weeks ago.
I have, and I'm like, I was kind of like, when I heard that I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then they were like, which surely they're not expecting people to go, God, to be like excited, like, God.
Hey, look, I'm losing my shit right now.
I literally gasp.
But it is so funny that they this is like the Venom 2 shit.
Yeah.
Where the post-credit scene is purely there so they can put their name in the credits.
Yeah.
Because it does immediately follow with the credits of Ed and Lorraine Warren.
They haven't even been gone for that long. They were in the last one.
Yeah, it came out 2 years ago.
Yeah.